Today's video was not planned at all, not even a little bit. This morning I came into the aviary to do my normal animal feeding that I do every single day, and I ended up finding something that was really tiny inside of this aviary. And when I mean tiny, you guys, I mean baby tiny, like baby turtle tiny inside of here. If you guys are new here to Blake's Exotic Animal Ranch, this aviary is basically a giant enclosure that is closed in for birds, and it's been here for a very long time. When we first started this aviary, there was nothing here. It was just dirt, and now it's this. But it started with small little trees, small little bushes, and everything has grown over the years with all the nutrients that these animals have given the plants and the trees. And because everything is so grown, so thick, and so nice, all the animals are able to flourish and actually feel like they're pretty much still in the wild in my backyard. That means we have babies inside of here all the time, from the sky to the floor, in the water, all over the place. So let me throw you guys into actually what happened today. We built this aviary to be as natural as possible. The rocks, the dirt, the logs, everything inside of this aviary is as natural as can be. And some of the stuff has just started growing just everywhere inside of here, which is really cool to make it in a beautiful enclosure. One of the coolest things about having your own ecosystem in your backyard is that these animals are able to flourish through here, and I really don't have to interfere too much because it's so big. They have their own territories and they're able to do what they want as long as I feed them throughout the whole entire thing. So when I'm inside of here feeding the turtles and tortoises or the birds or the plants, I'm always keeping my eyes peeled throughout the whole entire enclosure because you're not too sure what you might find inside of the aviary. From little predator tracks to little birds to little reptiles and different things that could be living inside of here. So I'm always making sure my eyes are scanning at all times. I was right here feeding the fish and the turtles inside of the pond, and there's so much movement that's happening inside of here. I thought I saw something over there by the waterfall, but I wasn't too sure. I thought it was just a waterfall moving the leaves through the water because, as you know, there's a bunch of trees and leaves inside of here, but I had to go get a better look. Look, guys, it's right over here. So now that you guys are on this side of the aviary, let me show you what you guys have been missing out and what I just found. It's been really chilly out here, so these animals have been sunbathing a lot more. My feet are actually freezing. Now that it's not rainy season anymore, if there is any baby turtles or tortoises inside of here, especially the ones that live here, they have to find water. And right over here, you guys, on the bank right here, I saw this little turtle. And as you can look closely, it's literally right there. It saw me, so it went back into these little puddles. So right here, I mean, this thing is freaking camouflaged to the T. No birds will be able to eat it. The bass won't be able to eat it. It's actually doing what it's supposed to do, camouflaging and doing really well. So check this out right here, you guys. I don't know if you can tell, but here we go. Look at this little teeny little painted turtle right here. Look at that. Check this out, you guys. The umbilical cord is pretty much completely sealed up. This dude probably hatched out a few weeks ago. It almost still has his egg tooth just a little bit, but what an absolute gem. Now this is the first one that I found inside of this aviary on video. We're gonna search around because if you guys have been following me on Instagram, all my socials and all that stuff, I've posted millions of times of finding hatchlings. Especially when I find one, there's always more. So we're gonna search around and really look deep in all of these leaves and different areas of this aviary to see if we find any more. Because if you guys didn't know, we do have some new birds inside of the aviary, and it's possible they might eat the baby turtles. It is possible, but that is why I come in, collect the eggs, incubate them inside, but every once in a while, because it's such a natural big enclosure, we miss clutches of eggs. Let me search around a little bit more around here, and I'm actually gonna clean out these leaves so the water can flow a little better. Throw those all out. A lot of leaf litter inside of here. It's just like the jungles, you guys. The jungles create a lot of leaves. I've actually found crawfish in here before too, so maybe we'll get lucky. I'm gonna put this little guy to the side so that we can make a little enclosure for him, but before we do that, I'm gonna keep on searching to see if we didn't miss any others. All right, we just went through that whole entire puddle right there. There's tons of different puddles that are inside of this waterfall that we made, a bunch of little pockets, you know what I mean? When we're in the jungles of South America, this is what we do. But we're able to do the same exact thing here because we made it just as natural. Going to the wild, going to these natural places and seeing where these native animals live, I'm able to mimic that creation in my own backyard. And that's something that I suggest you guys to do as well. Go to the wild if you're able to, and go check the things out. And that's how you're able to make your enclosures that much better. That's how I'm able to have the eye to make these beautiful enclosures. I mean, just check it out. I feel like I'm in the middle of the jungle right now. 33-foot peak over here, which is absolutely insane. But let me start searching around over here and start searching around these puddles over here and see if we find anything else inside of this. I mean, just look at this. I did not build this. I put this rock here, but this strangler fig has been here for so long now. It has created a root ball over this rock and has started growing all around here. And I mean, look at the tree size on it. The caliber of this freaking tree is almost like 4 inches wide right now. 8-foot tree. I mean, absolutely beautiful. The Turako is able to live inside of an ecosystem that is beautiful. I mean, it's freaking amazing. Aviaries are the way to go. And if you guys need help with aviaries, let me know. Now let's start looking for freaking turtles. I think there's so many pockets. I don't know. I'm gonna just start searching around here. Oh my God, this log is getting rotten. Here we go. No way. No way, you guys.
Got another one?
No way. Look at this, you guys. Look at this right here. A freaking black wood turtle right here. As you guys know, we have a ton of different species of turtles that live inside of this ecosystem or this giant enclosure. And right here, we've caught in multiple baby hatchling black wood turtles in here. Rhinoclemys phanera. I have it right here so you guys know the scientific name. And these are one of the biggest species of wood turtles. This guy looks like it's been in here for quite a few months now. It probably hatched out in the spring, and what I told you guys earlier, it probably found the water. It had to find the water. It needed water, and it found the water right there, and it was hiding in all of this brush right here. That is freaking absolutely amazing. But we do sell these guys on our website at blake'sexoticanimalranch.com. If you guys are interested in these guys, they are available on the website. So me taking them out of this enclosure benefits me to support the ranch, benefits this baby turtle so it doesn't get eaten by I don't know what the freak else. I mean, there are predators in here. We do get predators in here because this enclosure has the big holes that happen in here every once in a while, because this is not knit wire like the other aviary we have. This is more of a waterfowl netting. It was my first aviary I built, and it was, you know, you live and you learn. You're never perfect, and there was not too many people to help me build this first one. So things can happen and predators could come in. Let's move this guy to the side, actually feed some of the turtles and tortoises that live inside of here, and see if anything comes up around, because obviously these guys haven't been eating something. We got ourselves our pellets right here. Let's start feeding some of the turtles and fish in here. Everybody eats everything, so throw a bunch of it in here. Let's get to the back side of here. Come on. You always have to watch your step inside of here, because there's all these trails. You can see these game trails that are in here, and these are actually highways for the tortoises that walk through this aviary. They use the same trails every day. They start making a map of their enclosure. So one thing about taking turtles and tortoises from the wild, you don't want to do that, because they just, you know, this is their home. They know where they're at. They know their maps, and they figure everything out. You can see all the trails that they use every single day. But check it out, you guys. All the fish are jumping. The turtles are starting to eat. Like I mentioned earlier, guys, the water is very, very, very cold. Everything is pretty slow right now, but you're able to still, you know, see different things that's going on, see who's eating. I mean, you can see the yellowfoots in the background all the way on the other side, and they're just sunbathing, getting all of that natural UVB that they're able to get inside of this aviary. Look at all the fish jumping in here. It's beautiful. All these Hawaiian tilapia are outstanding. All my friends and family that come over here and see this aviary with their own eyes, they're like, look at those beautiful koi. They're not koi, you guys. They're Hawaiian tilapia, pink tilapia. Strong, hardy fish. Don't have to do a lot with them compared to koi, and they survive anything, just like what these guys are doing right here. Beautiful fish. And the crazy thing is I only started with one pair, and I have hundreds of them on my property now. Look at the scarred ibis. If you guys haven't seen that yet, last video, make sure you guys go check it out. We got a beautiful group of scarred ibis inside of this enclosure. And in the last video, I saw a lot of people talking about that these are trash bin chickens or something like that. At the end of the day, they're still an absolutely beautiful bird. I like them. I've never seen them in the wild before. So I was able to get these guys gifted to the ranch. Really cool species bird. They're beautiful, large bird, and I like them. So one last place that there possibly could be any baby turtles inside of here. And this is something that I do often. I just wanted to capture this moment with you guys on YouTube. And this spot is gonna be the intake bay. All the water that gets pushed from the top, that gets sucked in, comes from the intake bay, goes to the top, and it's a big giant circle. So all the water gets pushed to this intake bay, and if any small weak turtles, especially now being a little cold, might be in the intake bay. So let's head over there, let's go search around and see if we see anything. We might see snakes, we might see frogs, we might see lizards, I'm not too sure. We might even see dead freaking fish because the water's so cold. it's the part of the cycle of life of having a giant natural ecosystem. Throw a little more food in here, and let's go check it out. The scarred ibis might fly over our heads because they are still a little shy, but don't mind them. Let them fly. That's exactly what I meant, you guys. They're just flying right over our heads and doing their thing, just staying away and being a little shy. I'm gonna walk around this other side of this intake bay right here and go into this pond and go see if I can find any more of these turtles. So let's do it. So we're inside of the intake bay. This thing definitely has to be cleaned out very soon. So we're gonna have to work on this. But for right now, oh my goodness. I think I see something very nasty right here. Yep, sure is. This is a yellowfoot egg that floated up inside of here. Not too sure where they laid it. Watch, let's see what happens. We're gonna throw it up against that rock right there.
Why? It's gonna smell.
It might explode, but we'll see. It didn't explode, but that's a nasty egg. All right, we're gonna keep on searching around here. And having a natural ecosystem, everything, like I said, it comes over here, all the leaves, all the sticks. But check this out, right here, you guys. All of this right here, all these little brown little things are actually little seedlings of pond apples. So all these guys will actually find a corner and start growing. But here, we don't really have any more space for pond apples. So what I like to do is actually collect them and throw them into ponds that I own that don't have pond apples so they can grow. And that's what happens here. It's pretty freaking neat. But let me search around a little more. Down in here. Oh, it's not a baby turtle, you guys, but it's a big turtle. Oh, check this out. Oh my God.
It smells really bad.
Something smells down there. But this, it's the intake bay. All the crap of all the birds, all the fish, everything comes right here. So this is like the septic, this nasty, smelly part. But right here, we have a absolutely beautiful male hillarized side neck turtle, probably over here hiding from rival males that live inside his enclosure, that established territory over there. He doesn't want to, you know, get into a fight, so he's staying on this side. This is his little intake bay, the trash area. Not much we can do. Maybe in the future we'll find him another pond somewhere on the property that we can put him in. But check him out, absolutely beautiful. But he can stay here. He's not a worry for any of the predators inside here. He's very large, a big guy. We're looking for baby turtles, so let's keep on searching. All right, you guys, we're gonna search around inside of here and keep on looking for whatever we can find. It's pretty nasty in here, a lot of leaves and stuff, but you know, that's how it goes. Oh, I got something, you guys. I got something. Check this out. Let's go over here. I definitely got another turtle. Come here. I felt it in my hands for sure. Yep. What are the freaking odds, you guys? You know why this happens? Because these turtles lay a clutch of eggs, normally 2 to 6 babies. So if there's 1, there's normally 3, there's normally 4, but luckily we found 2. Check this out. Let's see if he's alive. Yo, he's definitely alive. Look at that, you guys. Another absolutely little stunner right there. Little black wood turtle inside of here. The first one was a Central American wood turtle. We have a pair or a trio that live inside of here, and we have a freaking humongous herd of black wood turtles inside of here. So check that out. This one looks a little small than the last one, but that is really cool. I'm glad we found these guys. I'm glad we got them. Now let's go make an enclosure for them so we know where they're at all times, so that if you guys purchase from BlakeExoticAnimalRanch.com, we can go pick that guy up, ship them out straight to your door, and you guys can have one of these absolutely beautiful little turtles right here. But you guys always want to make sure you do your research at all times, because you don't know what turtle you're getting if you don't do your research. These guys get very large, and look at the enclosure that I built for these species of turtles right here. Obviously this is a little big for a little guy, but for an adult, this is beautiful. So I just picked up this little small enclosure that we have that was sitting around the property. We always have all sorts of different types of things for reasons like this. So let's go set it up. Not much to set up, except put it on the ground, make sure there's no way they could get out from the bottom, and we're good. So right here I see these little branches. We'll move that out of the way. We're gonna give them a little bit of a grassy area. Just about there. Looks like the ground is completely leveled. I'm not really too worried about it like that. All sides are closed off. The top is closed off. This is not a species of turtle that digs out whatsoever. So now we just need a house and a water source. House for the sun, so they don't cook. Water, they need water. We got a house right here. A little bit of leaves inside of it. We got a little water bowl right here. Let's go get some of this cool, nice water. Fill this thing up. And it has a little ramp so they can walk in and out. They can be safe. They can get out with no problem. Obviously, this is a beautiful enclosure that they've been thriving in. But my worry, just in case of these predators, obviously they've been surviving for a long time, but again, the way we're able to, afford this place, we're able to sell some of the animals that we're able to produce, and from you guys watching these videos as well. So let me get some water and set it up in the enclosure. Water is actually really nice and clean. I'll put it right up into the side. Turtles like walking the perimeter. Just like that is really good. We'll grab these leaves right here. Set this up, put these on here so there's a bunch of leaf litter they can hide in. Probably keep this on the other side right there. That's good. Now let me go get these turtles, place them inside the water, put a little bit of food, and that is a simple, easy, fast little DIY baby turtle enclosure inside of our massive aviary. We have all 3 of the little turtles that we found right here. Let me drop a little bit of these pellets inside of here. There you go. So they have plenty of food. Let me grab these guys and place them all. Oh, before we place them all inside of there, let me show you real quick. The little Central American that we found and the 2 black wood turtles. One is a little bit larger, one's a little bit smaller. Obviously, this one in the waterfall was getting a lot more food, getting it all from the water's edge when the pellets are coming down at the waterfall. The smaller one was in the smelly area, so it's probably just getting the leftovers and not getting that much nutrients. So now placed inside of here, they'll be able to get a lot more food and be a lot more healthier. So let's put them right in there. There we go. Let's leave one go. The Central looks like he's gonna come out. Oh, look. He was hungry. Look at him go. That little black right there was already starting to eat. He just ate 2 pellets. How crazy is that? It's obviously like I throw a lot of pellets inside of here, so they're used to eating these kind of pellets. They smelt him and slapped him quickly, and that's the biggest one. Obviously, he's an eater, and he's a good one. They're all biting him. Let's see the Central goes for one. So this is just their temporary enclosure until they get a little bigger, if we want to release them to be holdbacks, or if they're going to find their new homes. It's one or the other. We'll figure that out in the future, but for now, this is perfect. That's why I love having a ranch and having animals, because every day is so unexpected. Some days are bad, some days are good, and today was a really good day.